we good out there?
Yeah,
we can hear you. Can everybody hear me in the back?
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming out. I'm
More
Jesse
seats
Kelly,
up here.
and in the first week of January, I'll be sworn in with your help as your next congressional representative. Obviously, a lot of familiar faces here, many I don't know, so I'll just let you know who I am. I'm a United States Marine Corps combat veteran. I led a squad of infantry Marines during the Iraq invasion. I'm a businessman. I manage commercial construction projects for Don Kelly Construction, a family business up in Tucson. I'm a husband and father of 2 now, as of 1 month ago today. And my kids aren't going to live in a country where the government can tell them what kind of health care to have. So, I'm going to speak briefly because I want a lot of your questions, and this is an absolute packed house, and I'm sure you have a million questions. Let's just talk about a couple things going forward. I'll give you the campaign update. By the way, I'm not going to steal your Social Security or raise your taxes. I've seen you back on TV. I'm amazed at all the things I'm going to do, apparently. The Social Security thing, it's the same as anything else right now. They can't run on they cannot run on their record. What's Gabrielle Giffords going to do? Run on the fact that unemployment's doubled since she's been in office? Or that the debt's now $14 trillion? Or that she voted for cap and trade, healthcare, so no, she's going to lie through her teeth. That's exactly what she's doing right now. Well, the message now is the same as it's always been on Social Security, on everything else. Protect those currently on it. Give future generations a choice in what they want. Is that not something we can work for in this country? And on that new fair tax commercial, it's not even video edited well. Who's doing their work? But they can talk to our people if they need assistance. Most of you probably already know about the fair tax. I'm actually a flat tax person. I'm a 10% flat tax person. I've said before, I'll say it again, I would also absolutely support the fair tax. I'll sign on as a sponsor. The minute I get there, it is the elimination of every single tax, every single federal tax in the entire United States of America, and replacing it with a 23% consumption tax, which actually would not raise the cost of goods and services 1 cent, because you already pay 23% more for everything because of the various taxes that go into everything you purchase. So the cost of goods and services would remain the same. You just wouldn't have to deal with the IRS anymore. But obviously, Giffords and I feel opposite about that because she actually voted to add 16,500 IRS agents to the United States of America, which that's been what's missing in this country. You know, it's not a proper tax policy or really get our heads on straight about energy. We haven't had enough IRS agents to get the job. That's been the real problem. So, we have problems in Washington right now. As far as the campaign goes, we just got back from Washington about 24 hours ago now. We got off the plane, went home, put a suit on, and went out to a candidate forum. We were there raising money. That's what we're doing to stay on TV. You see what Giffords is doing. Every lie she tells, we come on and we rebound. There are going to be more TV ads from Gabrielle Giffords than there are from us. There are going to be more mailers from Gabrielle Giffords than there are from us. She's been sending them out for a couple months. Our first one probably is going to hit your mailbox shortly. That's the nature of the beast because she has $2 million and we do not. So I'll hit you up for money at the end. But we do have enough to go, and actually we just had a great meeting today with a bunch of guys in town who have had just about enough of paying more taxes. They're going to help us out as well. So help is on the way. The campaign looks great. We're thrilled with our ads, although I'm sure I'm going to get yelled at about something about them tonight. So give me your feedback, give me your questions. You took the time to come out. Let me know what you think about it so far. Most of you already know this, but we're dead even in the polls, 46-46, and that means more than half of the people for over a year now are unhappy with the job that Gabrielle Giffords has done. That is a very bad sign for her. Both Politico and CNN both ran today with the story that this will be the district that will decide whether Republicans take back the House or not. So that's working out well for us. We need to win this one. This is that 39th or 40th seat that we can win. So here we are. It's time to get it done.
Oh, we want a 100-seat majority.
Yeah, we're going to get it.
You and me both. But anyway, hey, I've gone on too long already. I know you have a million questions. As anyone here who knows me will tell you, ask me anything. We have the conservatives here recording. We even have the libs back there recording tonight. Ask me anything. I don't care. They're going to video edit whatever we say and lie their faces off about it anyway. But hey, by the way, Colin is a good guy. Please treat him well. He actually is a really good guy. He just doesn't know what he's talking about politically.
We can help educate him. Will educate him.
Separate file.
With the opposite deficit problem, how far would you be committed as far as, I think, for instance, we have more admirals than we have ships. There's no reason to have so many admirals and not ships. We're basically do nothing. Would you need to support of the cutting in, requirements where it seems fit to do so to lower our deficit? When you decide, oh, we need to cut things, reform them, would you go on for something like that?
Yes, sir. Well, here's where I stand on that. Right now, the defense budget as it stands, we always talk about defense, defense, defense. Liberals are a big fan. Thank you, Dave. That'll be much handier. Liberals always talk about defense this, defense that. The defense budget right now, the defense portion of our budget is actually a smaller percentage of GDP than it's been in decades.
Oh, right.
Right now, what's bankrupting the country is not defense budget, it's liberalism. But we'll get to that in a minute. Is there waste in the military? As I've been there, as you have, you bet. There's billions of waste in the military, of course there is. And of course we can look at things like that. But we don't want to make any blanket statements right now about ratcheting back defense spending, because the truth is China's putting 3 attack subs in the water for every one of ours right now. We do have enemies out there. There is evil in this world, and right now we need the military, and we need them to be strong. But we can't fund them when we continue to chase business out of the country so there's no tax base coming in. Am I fine with reforming a lot of things? You bet there are. Because you're right, there's so much waste. That is the nature of government. Fine with looking at some things, but I could never make a blanket statement like, yeah, I'm going to start hacking away at the defense budget. Not right
I
now.
just want to make sure that you would be willing to do
Oh, of course, of course. And I don't know any responsible person who would say otherwise. You don't just write. I said responsible person. Sir.
Other than defense, would you be willing to take a look at slowing the rate of growth that is maybe a 1% budget increase each year, or even just a freeze?
It better be a freeze. It's slowing the rate. We better stop the rate. We don't have any money left. Right now, this is about to get depressing, all right? But $14 trillion in debt with a $14 trillion GDP it's an unbelievable place to be where we are. We are broke. And we don't need to just radically stop spending now. We need huge, huge economic growth. We need double-digit economic growth. It's not enough to slow the growth and then get 2 or 3% growth a year in your economy. That is not enough right now. We need 10%, 12%, 14% in a single year growth in the GDP. And we need that for decades. We need that for 10, 20 years to pay off that much debt. So no, there's no slow the growth of the budget. Stop it. And stop it right now and start retreating. We need to spend less. And a lot less. Right now, they budget to spend twice as much as they take in. Can you imagine doing that in your home with your finances? That next year you budget to spend twice what you're going to take in? No, you would never. And you know what? I bet you they don't either in their personal lives. But they do it with our money because it's our money. Because they steal as much of it as they want. Because we have a president who uses words like past tax cuts that weren't paid for. What? Your spending's not what's paid for. Taxes, that's our money. We do not exist. That is the problem with liberalism on top of everything else. They view the American people as existing to help the government, to prop up the government, to feed the government. No. This government in this country exists to protect our liberty. Period. That is their goal.
I think one of the major changes that could be made would be to go with school vouchers for every student, U.S. citizens, and support that.
Well, absolutely, I would support that. And I should let you know, as a congressional representative, my role in education and how to fund education and whatnot will be to get the federal government out of education. That is my goal. I mean, I know that's nice to hear a president that was so much about the kids and so much about school choice that one of the first things he did was